Hello, everyone. I'm Zinaejah Ozier,
And I'm Abby Crotty.
and thank you so much for tuning in to our second interview. And today we're going to be discussing our experiences post the beginning of our virtual internship and how it has been tying into the current events that have been happening. So, for the first question, how are you finding this internship to be so far?
So far, I find it to be very interesting because I've never had a job before that was entirely online. And I'm learning a lot of new things like how to best run the digital side of a brand completely remote from your home. And especially during a time where pretty much everyone is working from home and going through the same challenges that come along with it. That's been really interesting to kind of navigate. And also, it's interesting to see how much influence current events and what's going on in the world can have on the PR industry and how it can completely change like the direction or plan for a brand for the better. What about you? How are you finding it to be?
Yeah, I agree with that. It has been interesting to see like how we've been so involved in current events, and this is just our internship. And also, I think it's been a relief for me just because I just got into PR. This is my first internship, and I was just really nervous about how things were going to go, especially since we're online. And, I don't know anything about PR really. So I was really nervous about the outcome and how we'd be able to communicate effectively and get things done. But like so far, I think it's been really fun, like talking to you and Leanne every day. And I feel like we have really good communication skills. So
Yeah,
I have really been enjoying it so far.
yeah, definitely. So what do you think has been like the most challenging part, and then what do you think has been the best part so far?
So I feel like the most challenging part has definitely been all the technical aspects with like Zoom and like getting things up on our blog and social media, and also realizing that working on a piece for days is like normal in the PR industry. But I think it's definitely been something that I've learned that's been so important just because you're working for clients or you're posting to your website and you want to make sure that it looks really good. So the things that you have been working hard on are important. Like it's okay for you to work on it for days because like it's your masterpiece per se.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that's just been something that I've learned has been really important, but it's definitely been challenging. And I feel like the best part has been able to speak to so many different Black leaders and get advice from them because, like, even though this is my internship, I'm definitely going to take what they say and learn from it and apply it to the rest of my life. So that's been the
Mm-hmm.
best part. What about you?
Well, I definitely agree with the most challenging part being the technical difficulties. I think we've all struggled with that. And like whether it be one of the programs that we use or Zoom or Skype for our virtual meetings, there sometimes can be miscommunications on the technical side, which I think can be frustrating, but also it's helped us like better navigate those apps and like how to resolve those technical issues, which I think will be helpful for the long run. And the best part about the internship so far is the ability, I think, to be able to get work done by yourself, like work independently, but then also being able to work with a team, being able to work with you and Leanne has been super helpful and I think like really beneficial to our work.
Mm-hmm. And so, how would you say you stay focused on your work with everything going on in the world?
I think it's definitely hard to just completely turn off your brain from what's happening in the world and entirely focus on your work. But that's why I think it's been kind of cool and very important to see brands and companies like intertwine the current events, whether it's COVID or social justice, like intertwining it into their brand and into their company to kind of get that message out to their consumers has been really cool to see. And I think like even for example with Germinder, we've been actively researching like the Black Lives Matter movement and making donations to places that we feel are going to best help the issue in the long run. And will also help Germinder and Good News for Pets become a better ally and better understand the PR industry and like its relation to race for the long run. So how do
Mm-hmm.
you stay focused?
Yeah, I agree that it's definitely been hard with all the things with the race in society and COVID and being a college student, all the changes we've gone through and everything we're going to have to change in the fall. I feel like that's been really hard. But like you said, being able to talk to you and Leanne in the morning and even like talking with our family about how we feel, because I feel like the most important thing is not pretending that like things aren't going on, but making sure you talk about it, talk about how you feel, because it's definitely like heavy on everybody. So it can definitely be overwhelming. So I just appreciate the fact that we have those conversations.
Yeah, definitely. So, what words or actions, kind of going off of that, have you seen taken from from a company or organization that you think is a good response to everything that's been going on during this time?
Yeah. So I feel like the words and actions that I appreciate the most are when companies, I feel like they're being genuine to who they are, Like I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it's important for companies to be true to who they are rather than pretend to be something on social media. And like as an African American, I would personally prefer someone to, not say anything than and not say like we're going to do this and this and then like not do it, because I feel like in general social media is something that you post for other people. So I really don't care what people have on their social media or making statements. Like I want to see what you're doing to help, like the actions you're doing, like whether it's a donation or making sure you are having those conversations within your organization and implementing more diversity. Like I just want to see the change, because
Right.
like actions speak louder than words. So
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Like me, you and Leanne talk about that all the time about how a company's actions speak louder than their words. And I think like during this time, it's been really cool to see how companies and brands are really taking it into their own hands and, taking responsibility and trying to see what they can do to better improve the situation in their own environment. I think that that's super important. And it's just been a really cool learning experience to see.
I agree.
Okay, so thank you for taking the time to watch this, everyone, and we hope you have a great day.
Thank you.